Oh, good evening, everybody. This is your boy Saxman. This is another episode of the Saxman Russaw Show. Oh, we got somebody on already. Well, it's been a long time since I've been on the show. Long time since I've been live. But I want you to stay tuned. Enjoy the show. This is the Saxman Russaw Show. Sit in your seat and have some fun with this. Okay, didn't mean to bore you with the opening, but you know how I do it. Got a bit. What's up, Laura? How you doing? We got some people in already. Y'all was waiting just like I was waiting to get on the show. Well, like I said, it's been a while since I went live because of Facebook. You already know how they are. You already know how they do your boy. They just, it's like they sit back and wait for me to say the wrong thing and they just fuck me up. So they throw me in Facebook jail for 30 days. They gave me a couple of warnings, told me if I do it again, they're going to kick me in the ass. So what can I say? But it's all right. Saxman is back. Saxman is going to be cool. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure that I be a good boy and not offend people anymore. I'm going to change up a little bit, maybe. But we're going to talk. I got an in-studio guest. We're going to talk about the world's events, what's going on with the rioters, the looters, what's going on in the election, and just basic bullshit talk between two men. So, what is wrong with this camera? It's flipping back and forth. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Okay, so my first studio, I'm going to say first, I might have another one. My studio guest, he hails from Austin, Texas. He's a kick-ass law enforcement officer. He's one of my great friends. Known him for some years. He always busts my balls for everything. He's the one that calls in and fucks with me all the time. All right, so I want y'all to pay attention to what he got to say. He's a very smart, bright man. He gets on my nerve, but I love him. I don't care. It's my boy, you know. So I want you to sit back, strap in, and get ready for two gladiators going back and forth about a lot of shit. Uh-oh, his phone just beat. So I'm going to bring him out. We're going to start his little entry music here. We're going to see if I can get his entry music going. And, uh-oh, we got a commercial. They do this shit to me all the time. I need an intern. Oh, wrong one. Boy, they be screwing up. That's the wrong one. Maurice, I apologize. I know which one I hit. I hit the right one. Let's go back. Let's go to this one. My boy, Maurice Webster. Come on in here, man. This is his theme music.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Have a seat there, baby. That's my motherfucker there, boy. So, Mo, what's been going on with you, man? Look at this thing. This thing's been acting up. Trying to reconnect. All right. So, before we start, I know my mom's going to be watching. She's going to be cussing me out because I don't have on a mask. Maurice said he don't care. I really don't care. But for the love of Mama Sax, I went out and bought a bag of new mask. And I promised her whenever I have an in-studio guest, I'll put a mask on. So, here we go. I hate these things. Have you ever tried to fuck in one of these? I tried it, man. It's messed up, you know. Look at this thing. This thing is really acting up. What is wrong with my connection? That's probably another way for them to mess with me. Because this ain't never happened before until they put me in jail. Now they mess with my connection. I know he gonna be like, they ain't fucking with you. He messing with my connections, man. Mo.
Yeah, what's up?
Look at this. I wish it stopped. Okay, so you in from Austin?
Yeah, Austin.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Now, the last time I was in Texas was when I was in the Army in Fort Hood. No, I take that back. I was there and I went to Dallas on a convention. It was a church convention. And we stayed in a hotel called the Lowe's Anatole.
Right.
You heard of that one? Expensive motherfucking hotel.
I mean, I
Downtown Dallas.
Well, I ain't got that far yet. I've been to Dallas, but I haven't. We haven't explored the Dallas area yet. So,
dude, go to the Lowe's Anatole, downtown Dallas. It's a badass hotel. It's expensive, but it's a bad hotel. That's like got every restaurant you could think of in there. It got cleaners, barbershop, hair salons, grocery store, movie theater. It got everything you could think of inside this one hotel. It's a huge hotel. It got we had a 7-day convention there, 7 days, and it cost per night to stay at that hotel $150 a night. We there for 7 days. Now, and that was just on the small suites, not the big grand suite. The big grand suite was like $350, $400 a night.
Wow.
Yeah, it was expensive. And some of our church members actually went and spent that type of money for those big rooms. Me, you know how cheap Saxman is. I'm cheap. I was bouncing from room to room to room. Let me stay here tonight. Let me stay here tonight. Let me stay here tonight. I can't afford that much money, but that's that's the last time, and I think that was around 80. I would say around 83, 84. Oh, was it? Yeah, around 83, 84. That was way before I went to the academy. And it was nice. It was hot as fuck. But how's the temperature? Still hot down there?
Pretty much. I think right now it's probably about anywhere between 75 to 80 degrees right now.
Damn, that's hot.
But but the flip side is like 40 degrees. That's usually gonna be the low. So
the low is 40, and the high is about 80.
Yeah, on a good day around this time of the year, it fluctuates between 70 to 80 degrees.
What she say? It says make a V in the wire at the top of your mask. So okay.
So it won't fall.
Thank you, Auntie Laura. I got it upside down. The wire's over this way.
Oh, you got it upside down.
Right. I don't even wear these things. I barely wear these things. How's that? That better? I put a primp in there so it won't fall down. There you go. Okay. I don't even want to wear it, but Mama Sax gonna get me if I don't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about certain things. Like we're gonna start off by talking about the riots. Now, are you down with that?
I mean, yeah, but I basically stopped following that riot a long time ago. I mean, when was the last time they actually did a riot, man?
Well, they've been rioting in one city for months, man. They've been rioting in Philly.
I read about that. I did read about that.
They've been going nuts. It's like, it's no longer about George Floyd anymore. It's no longer about we're protesting about equality or inequality. It's no longer about that. It's about we having too much fun. So why should I stop rioting?
Right.
So, what's your take on it?
I mean, again, like I said, I don't really focus too much on this stuff from the beginning, from the get go, because it's like I've always told people, man, you got to realize these are outside agitators starting all this stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this is why the message gets lost, because you have so many outside agitators aggravating everything, and it's like they want to keep it going. And then the ones who want to do the peaceful protesting, it's like it's not looked upon as a peaceful protest because of what's going on, because of the agitators who's making it worse.
Well, I agree with that 100%. But at some point, the protesters that's out there to protest about inequality should step back and say, hey, wait a minute, these people ain't really doing protesting or there for us. They're there for something else, so we're going to step back.
Right, and you would think they would do that. But, I mean, like, unfortunately, like you just said, like what you're saying is, it's no longer about that. But on the same token, the message gets lost there with that. So the damage is basically done now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to look at. The damage is already done. So no matter how the protest could go in the future, it's like, you know, even if you want to do a peaceful protest, you're going to have somebody from the out. You're going to have these outside agitators, you know, throwing a wrench in everything.
So, do you think it was about George Floyd or it was about something else?
I believe, like I said, like I've always said, George Floyd was the breaking point. You know, and regardless of what the situation, how we looked at it, I mean, that was the breaking point. You know, people were saying, you know, enough is enough. You know, you look at the video. Now you see the video. You see the 3 different videos that's been surfacing. The body cam from the Asian officer. The body cam from when they eventually pulled up. When they pulled up there. You know, and it's like
store camera from the store. You seen that?
Yeah. And it's like, and don't get me wrong, and like I've always said, like I told you last time, you know, I understand where you were going with that. But like I said, it's just, when you look at this dude, you look at the officer with the guy, and it's like, you know, let's just say hypothetically that maybe the drugs could have done what they did. But at the same time, it's disturbing to people when you're looking at an officer with his knee on his neck.
But see, that's
and smiling on top, not moving. I mean,
well, see, this is the thing. The officer with the knee on the neck was the window dressing to the problem. I put it like that. They focused on that and not the fact that what possibly could have killed him was the abundance of drugs that was in the system. Because the report said he later died in the hospital. So he didn't die on the ground and the results of him being suffocated by the knee. No. He was still alive when they got to the hospital. He later died in the hospital.
But see, that's again, for me personally and for other people who say, okay, hearing this, my thing is this. If he did die in the hospital, like everybody's saying he did, like they're trying to say he did, then okay then. Me as a PR person or me as the chief of police, you know, I'm going to have my PR man out there and say, hey, he died at the hospital. We shouldn't have. That should have been put on blast right then and there.
Well, they wanted to wait until all the facts.
But think about it. Think about it though, Sax. When somebody dies or whatever, and they may not release the name, they'll tell you in the hospital, oh, he died. This person just died in the hospital at such time, and it's released right then and there. I mean, and that's the whole thing.
But as far as police interaction with people, they don't want to release anything yet until they can get the facts.
Okay, fine. I get that, but that's a crucial piece of information that could have resolved everything.
I doubt it. I think these fools was looking for a reason to ride.
I think if that information was released from the get-go and said, hey, he didn't die outside. He died in the hospital. But at the same time, I mean, even still, when you look at the man's knee on his neck, man. I mean, because come on. But as long as me and you both been in this business, okay?
Me, 34.
Would you telling me if you would have put a suspect on the ground, you telling me you're gonna put his knee on his neck?
That's not what we was trying to do.
Exactly. And if you did have his knee on his neck, you gonna take it off. And if the guy said he can breathe, he can't breathe, regardless of the fact that he's talking or not, we're gonna be like, hey, what's going on? Because the thing is, if something happens to that person in our custody, that's on us.
That's on us. That's why we were trained to, if we get that arm behind your back and we put our bodies down on him, our knee would go to the shoulder down. The other knee would go to the middle of the back down. So my knee would be here, other knee would be here, your arm would be in between, and I have you on lock. That's how we
Exactly.
He had it on the back of his neck. I don't think he had his entire weight on it. I think he was just there. He was already crying about he couldn't breathe way before they put him on.
Right, and I get that. I get it. So I get that. We get it. I mean, it's just the thing is. I think honestly, it's just people looking. Like I said again, people are looking at it like it's just enough is enough.
It was just the way it went.
It was the way it went. And I believe. Let's just say, like I said again. Let's just say he may have passed. He died from the drugs or whatever. Okay. if the cops knee wasn't on his neck like it was,
then they couldn't say it was.
They wouldn't have said. Nobody would have said anything.
That's why I said that's the window dressing.
And that was the thing, because if you realize, if you look at the video, no one's really focused on the fact that he could have been on drugs or whatever. They looking at, hey man, get off of him like that.
Yeah,
man.
get off of him. Get off of him. So he was just acting like, fuck you, I'm not moving.
Yeah.
I think they posted knew each other and worked together at some prior location.
I mean, and
anybody had an altercation prior to that, and he probably was like, fuck him, I don't like him anyway, whatever. But my question was, I looked at a video and I saw a chat. His chest is completely tattooed all the way from shoulder to shoulder and down to the middle of the stomach. Okay, I saw videos of that and photos. But when they showed the video, and I tried to put it up on Facebook, and Facebook blocked it. Of a still shot of his whole chest when they had him up against him, he was walking up to the store monitor and showed his chest clearly, and it wasn't a tattoo there.
Yeah.
I'll say, where the hell did the tattoo go? It was a tattoo of the Mason's bird, that eagle, whatever the Masons got, it was on his chest.
Yeah.
It disappeared on that video. Where the hell did it go? So I put it up saying, where the hell is George Floyd's tattoo? Then I put that up, they blocked it. Why would you block that? Then
I didn't tell you that one.
I saw another one where it showed that he was at his own funeral. He had a mask on up to here, he had a hat on and dark glasses, and they took a picture of him. He's standing by a bunch of people. They took a picture of him and set it next to his regular picture, looked identical to him, at his funeral.
So what you trying to say?
No. I'm saying, so when I saw that, I put that up. They blocked that. Then, when they had him come out, they brought his casket out to go put it in the limo. The casket looked like it was a 6-foot casket or 5-foot casket. It was 6'5". How you put a 6'5" man into a little tiny ass casket? What they do? Crush it? So I put all that up. Every time I put that up or anything I found about him, they kept blocking it. So put it this way. If you trying to block what I'm saying or putting up to show something, what is that? Is there a reason why you blocking it? Is it because you don't like me, or is it because what I'm saying could have effect on what you putting out?
It could be a fact that they feel like it's a little insensitive for the situation.
But it's a fact, though. But all they got to do is come back at me and say, hey, look, show me your evidence, show me your proof before you put it up. But here's that, just block it.
But I mean, I get that. I get that. But I mean, and that's probably what they're looking for. Hey, well, because you know how people do, window shop pictures and everything. Man, you can do.
No, that was him. That was. I mean, but the casket. They brought it out. It was his casket.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. What you thinking?
Tiny.
You thinking this man possibly fakes his death just to turn around and cause an issue?
It's been a lot said, and then it died out. You notice you don't hear no more about it. You don't hear no more about it on the news.
A lot of this stuff.
You don't hear no more about it. You ain't even seen You ain't seen the cops pre-trials, his arraignment.
No, because they try to make it quiet. I had told you that last time. They're trying to make. Honestly, the problem is you're not hearing too much about the court cases because the lawyers are basically each one of them got their own lawyer. Mm-hmm. Okay, and they're trying to basically trying to, hey, it wasn't me, it was him, it wasn't me, blah blah blah, this and that and the other. And and that's the other reason. And the judge is suppressing a lot of stuff.
But they're going to get off because they had no hand in his death.
I mean, I don't know.
They're going to get off. I guarantee they're going to get off.
Somebody going down.
The only person that will go down will be Chavez. The rest of them, the other two was newbies. They were new.
Well,
they was new on the job. Chavez was the lead or the senior officer. So they're not going to challenge him and worry about, come on, think about it. You new on the job. You looking to be here for the next 25, 30 years. You looking to get a pension, take care of your family, you got a house. Right. You ain't looking to get fired, your first week out. So you're gonna fall in line to maintain your job. So you ain't gonna go mess with the senior officer and tell him what he can and cannot do. You fuck around and get fired. They might be still on probation.
That's true.
So you don't want to risk that. I know I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I've done that before and I lost my job before. Speaking out.
And in all honesty, and that's what a lot of people are trying to say, that a lot of these you know, a lot of the cops to understand is, hey, you know, we got to start. You know, you know it's wrong. You know, do something. You know it's wrong. Say something.
But all you can do is say something. But what if you don't? What are you gonna do? Force him? And now you brought up on charge.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a
So you don't want to lose your job for that shit. You're like, I don't know this motherfucker. And he come in here with a alleged fake 20, hopped up on drugs. Fuck him.
Right.
That's the attitude. It ain't a racial thing. It's I'm not trying to lose my job and not be able to take care of my family.
Right. I got
But no one else got it. They just went off of it based on emotion and destroyed the country.
But see, the thing is, you know, you got to realize it's going to be emotion. I mean, people are not going to. It's going to be emotion. Emotion is going to always be involved in a situation like this.
Okay, let me ask him this question. I didn't mean to cut you off. We're going to ask him this question because I know where he's going, but I'm going to ask him this to see if he go there. If the black people are so tired of white cops killing us, were they willing to destroy the country and go nuts around, burn up everything? Why aren't they that upset over 464
Come
black
on,
people?
man. Why are you bringing up that?
Why?
Man?
I'm asking a question.
Man.
If it's about a black man's death,
because it's a difference.
No, it's not. Because a death is a death, Maurice. No. I can't.
You can't.
If I punch you in the shoulder and a girl over there come in and punch you in the shoulder, what's the difference?
You can't compare the two.
I'm asking you a question. What's the difference?
There's no difference with that.
There's no difference.
But the problem is,
if a black man rides by and shoot that innocent black man, kills him dead for no apparent reason, and leave, a cop pulls a same black man over, all right, because he got a warrant out or his driver's license is wrong, and he's trying to make an arrest, and he fights, and he shoots and kills him. What's the difference? He's dead.
The difference.
You can't say, oh, his life is dead because he's a white man that killed him. No, he's dead. It doesn't matter if it's a black man killed him or a white cop killed him. He's dead.
The difference is, and I've said this before, the difference is that police officers are supposed to be the protectors of human life.
And they gotta go home to their families too.
And that's the thing. That's how.
They gotta go home to their families.
They have to go home to their families, but
they didn't take this job to get killed. They took the job to protect and serve.
They took to protect and serve.
That's right.
But the thing is, you know, when you turn it around, it's like, you know, unfortunately, you're looking at some of these cops, man. Some of the situations don't have to go the way it goes in some cases. You know,
if you in a war zone, you overseas, you in a war zone, you in a forward area, and you in constant battle. You've been in battle for a year. Every time y'all go out, your team go out, you encounter resistance, and you in a battle. Constant battle. You got that battle fatigue in your body. All right, you come home. And somebody become aggressive towards you. You come from a battle zone. What do you expect for this officer or this soldier to respond to somebody that's aggressive? He's just coming out of a battle zone. He's going to be ready to fuck something up because that's all he's been involved in. What I'm saying, as a police officer come in contact with civilians all day long on the ship. I know I do. Yes. Think about it. We stop you because you having a bad day with your wife or at your job. You got an attitude. I'll pull you over to tell you your tail lights on. I'm just going to give you a warning. And you cuss me out the moment I come because it happens to me. It happened to me. You cuss me the hell out, call me all type of motherfuckers and you hunky ditch, you racist bastard. And all I was doing just say, look, your tail light out, man, go get it fixed. Mm-hmm. So if you go through that every day, 5 days a week, for months and months and months and months, you're going to get that war, you're going to get that battle fatigue.
And see, that tells you right there, if you can't handle it, then you shouldn't have the job.
We're human, we're not computers, we're not robots.
But that's the nature of the beast. They tell you that even in the academy.
They want us to be robots. You can't
they don't want you
we're
to
not
know.
robots.
No, they're not saying be robots. What they're saying is you have to be able to control that situation.
That's why we have de-escalation training.
And unfortunately, some of you guys don't use that, though.
But how can you de-escalate somebody who's coming at you with a knife or a stick or a gun or resisting you? You trying to tell them to stop, freeze, don't move, and you trying to handcuff him, and he's fighting you. How can you, how much of de-escalation
at that point, no, you're not.
And most of those cases has been, they got shot because they were resisting. The majority of the cases that we see on TV, they got shot because they was resisting, fighting the police or trying to flight. It's either fight or flight. And either one, we've got to do something about it. We can't let them go. So that's the case. So, like I said, back to the previous question. If an innocent man, and I got video, tons of video, walking with his son on the sidewalk, with hands holding hand in hand, and a car pulls up, you see a gun reach out, black man shoots this guy in front of his kid, drive off. There ain't no traffic stop, and he wasn't a cop. You don't hear one peep out of no black person saying that's an outrage.
But that's a local issue.
You got a black man laying on the ground dead in front of his child. Nobody cares.
The news media is covering it. It's a local issue.
But nobody comes out and say, go out there and let's find that. Because if it's a community, but if it's a community that everybody knows everybody in the community, somebody know about it. Turn that motherfucker in.
You can't compare, but then again, you can't compare that situation to the other situations that you're trying to compare.
If you want the good cop to turn in the bad cop, why the good Samaritan that live next door to nigga you know selling drugs, nigga you know just shot somebody, go turn him in? Why y'all can't live up to the same standards y'all trying to make us live up to? I'm just saying y'all.
Because the thing about it again, police officers are held to a higher standard.
Why y'all can't live by the same standard? This is your neighborhood.
That's not their job.
But you have a civic duty.
No.
Yes.
No, you don't.
Every civilian has a civic duty to protect their community. Yes, they do.
They don't. I don't have to protect my community.
You can protect your home.
If I see you getting your butt whipped on the corner, that means I got to intervene.
You can walk away, pick up your cell phone,
do I have to call the police? No,
yes,
I ain't got to call the police. I'm minding my business.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But if you want your community to do better, shouldn't you want to do that?
You should. But everybody doesn't do that because they don't want to get involved.
So they can't get mad when somebody else don't do it. If you don't do it, why hold me to that standard? You can't. It's not fair.
Sure it is.
No, it's not fair.
Sure it is.
You a law enforcement officer. Don't you think that if you're trying to place somebody in custody and they fight you and their friends pull up in the car and jump out and start fighting you, you outnumbered. What are you going to do? You're going to defend yourself the best way you can, correct?
If I'm outnumbered, yes.
If you got to fuck somebody up, shoot somebody,
yes,
maim them.
If I'm outnumbered, yes. If those situations require
and you had every right to. Now, what if they family, friends, and everybody start protesting and want to tear down the police precinct because you did what you had to do to survive that attack?
But honestly, in that situation, I don't think they would go that direction.
Oh my God.
I don't think it would go that direction.
They've done it. Look at what happened in Minneapolis.
What? That was...
They burnt down, they tore up, and they did everything because a white cop killed the black man.
Yeah. Because everybody's getting, people have, like I said again.
What about in St. Louis when the guy fell asleep in the goddamn drive-thru of Wendy's? Wendy's had nothing to do with it.
That was
Atlanta. Wendy's had nothing to do with it.
In that situation, yes, that was wrong.
Totally wrong.
But they caught the girl who did it, though. They caught the girl who torched the place.
But they still went crazy.
They
didn't stop to think about this man was driving drunk. He went through 3-4 counts.
And again, you had an outside agitator agitating the situation.
So why did they do this?
Because you got to realize too. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you this too. You got to realize the type of people, the key people you're dealing with. You're dealing with a lot of millennials now who don't think, and that's the problem. They don't.
But they're the ones that's making decisions for you and I now.
Exactly. Not making excuses for them, but you're dealing with a lot of millennials, because you're not seeing people like me and you, our age, out there talking about protesting, stop.
They out there though, because they're out there. There was quite a few out there and got some free shit.
Yeah,
they got some free shit.
And them the ones who ain't got shit, and they never had shit. Okay, the ones who's doing that. Because me and you know better. As much as we sit up here and pretend like, damn, I want to go to Walmart. I want a 42-inch TV. I want a 65-inch TV. We would never do that.
If people didn't know me, didn't know my face, and know what I do for a living, I would have been out there getting me a motherfucking flat. That wall would be full of fucking flat screen.
But, people like us, we know better than that.
Right, we know better.
You're talking about the ones who don't know better. And even the ones our age, because the ones our age, like I said again, I'm the same ones who never had shit, never will.
But the ones that don't know better are the ones that the Democrats, I'm going to say it, the Democrats are listening to. They're listening to them, listening to their cries, listening to that shit, and saying, go ahead out there Don't worry about social distancing. Don't worry about wearing a mask. Go tear
Seriously? You said the Republicans are wearing masks? Because your boy Mitch McConnell wasn't wearing a damn mask. He really wears a mask.
They showed him.
So come on, man.
They showed videos of Biden running around without his mask on.
Yeah, they showed.
And when the camera get on, he go like.
They showed videos of Trump not wearing a mask.
And he got sick, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he was miraculously cured in 3 days.
Because
oh my God.
You and I both know. You and I both know that's some bullshit, right?
Exactly.
You and I know it's bullshit.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. You know what? And I know some people who ever look at this gonna be like, oh, he full of shit. That's bullshit. The one thing I will agree with Trump on.
What?
I might not like some of the shit that he does, but the one thing is, that was his way of letting people know this virus is bullshit.
It's bullshit.
That was his way of saying it, and the thing is, people are like, oh no. He said it, and he knows it. That's why he wasn't wearing a mask in the first place. That's why he wasn't wearing.
That's why Nancy Pelosi didn't wear one when she went to get her hair done.
All these politicians, whether they're Democrats or Republicans, they know the truth behind all this.
They know the truth. That's why you watch them. You watch them. If you want to know what's going on, you watch them. What is that? It's buffering on my. I don't know what's wrong with my system. I swear, I think Facebook messing with me. How to listen? Hopefully, I can catch a replay. You're gonna probably have to because my other video is rolling, so that's going to YouTube. But I think they really Quintero Mac is watching.
Whoa, Mac!
Whoa, Mac, get out of here,
Mac!
Oh, Quintero,
Mac! Wow.
I'm surprised. We got Tina Marie watching.
Must be a slow night.
Must be a slow night for Mac.
Yeah.
Gotta be a slow night. We got Jerome. Oh, Jerome is in the house. Okay. I wasn't expecting to see Quintero up in this motherfucker. My boy quit. Okay. So we're gonna move right along. Let's move to the election.
Come on, man. Why we can't leave that?
Because I don't have that much time. I got a half an hour left.
It's your show, man. You can go as long as you want.
No, because I want to go get my drink on.
This is a special edition.
I want to go get my drink on, so I don't want to spend that much time with you. But before we go to the politics, I want you to hear something from my boy David Warner. Some news from David Warner.
Here we go with this stuff, man.
Well,
come on, man.
I just want to hear it. I want to hear my boy Dave. Let me make sure I got the right one. Make sure I got the right one hooked up. Oh, it's hooked up to this. No, it's hooked up to this. Let me hear my boy Dave. Oh, that's the wrong one. I need an intern. Help! I need a fucking intern. See, if I had an intern, I don't have to go through all this. The intern would already know because they know the script. They know the script already, so they have it already ready. How come it ain't coming through the speakers? It should be coming through the speakers. It ain't. Oh, it's off. Ain't that a bitch? No wonder.
This is Saxman News, live from the corner of East 17th and Euclid in downtown Cleveland. Well, Donald Trump has told people he has no plans to concede, even if his path to victory is blocked. Facing a disappearing pathway to victory, President Donald Trump offered little indication on Friday he was prepared to concede defeat, leading those around him to wonder who might be able to reckon with the leader who has given virtually no thought to leaving the White House. Even as vote totals now show him trailing former Vice President Joe Biden in key battleground states, Trump has not prepared a concession speech, and in conversations with allies in recent days, he has said he has no intention of conceding the election. People familiar with the matter said.
Now, what you think about that? What you think about that?
Honestly, and I'm not saying this because I don't care for him. I mean, I'm not saying this because I don't like him being the president. What I'm saying is, and I know you're going to disagree with me, and you converted black Republicans are going to disagree.
I'm a conservative.
And your boy, what's your boy name? Russaw?
Steve.
Yeah. I know he going to be cussing me out, talking about sheep.
Yeah, he got that from me.
But here's honestly, but seriously though, my thing is this, and with all due respect to this presidency, the thing is, here's my thing. You don't want to make a mockery of the presidency. Okay, lose gracefully, man. Honestly, because I mean, like I said before, man, we know that because I mean, let's look at it like this. Do we really believe our votes count? Do we really believe that? Because in some ways, because in all honesty, if they really had the power and they really wanted to, they could say, "Hey, look, man, we're just going to appoint the president." If they really wanted to do that, the government could do that.
They've done that before in the past.
Right. The voters is just how you want to say a courtesy.
It's a courtesy to get us involved in what's going on in the election.
But
I get it.
You know, my thing is.
But you can still manipulate and cheat, though.
Of course.
And that's what's going on right now.
But that's how he got in the office. He got in the office the same way. He got the exact same way.
By manipulating the votes like this?
No. Who's manipulating the votes?
Because Georgia right now had to do a recall. They had to stop for a minute because they were stopping the people to come in that watched the counters. They wouldn't let the people observe them count. They say, nope, you can't observe. How you? Wait a minute, hold up. So how do we know that the count is correct if we can't observe and make sure? You have to have one Democrat and one Republican.
Okay.
That's the way it works. Mm-hmm. If you're keeping the Republicans out, how do we know that you are doing a legitimate count? If we can't observe it, make sure it's legit. You blocking them out. They had to go get a goddamn court order to go back in there.
Okay.
So they had to go in there. So when they went back in there, they blocked them.
But how do we know all that's going on though? They not.
I was watching it today at work. I watched it. The dude did. I wish I could put it up right now, but I can't because I'm doing my live right now. But I'll put it up on my other show for YouTube. He had to do a press conference and say, in Georgia, we had to stop everything because they was blocking our people from coming in to watch them count.
Okay,
so they said at least stand back 30 feet.
Fine.
How did I watch you 30 feet away?
Okay, so at least you can say they recognize what's going on.
They recognize it. Now they got to stop it.
They got to stop it.
And they got to redo
it.
They got to redo it.
But at least they, now they're stopping it.
But there is some fakeness going on that they discovered.
But that's no matter what here, look what happened with Gore and Bush.
I don't know.
Gore should have got in, but Gore should have got in that year.
Yeah.
And what happened? He got cheated, okay? And Bush got in, okay? We could even talk about what happened with Hillary and Trump. Whatever. But
if he lose, I don't mind him losing as long as he lose fair and square. I wouldn't care. A lot of us said the same thing. A lot of us conservatives said, if he lose and he lose fair and square, we good with that. But I don't want him to lose because they cheated to get him out.
But the thing is, what's cheating? What are we
What
saying?
they're doing?
What's cheating though? Everybody keeps
How
saying
could 100,000 votes show up overnight when they had stopped the polling to the next day, and all of a sudden you woke up, you got over 100,000 or more votes. All Democrats.
You still got to remember. You still getting those ballots from the Democrats from within. You still getting ballots from people overseas. You still getting a lot of those ballots.
But there's nobody that's watching. Make sure that they're not duplicating ballots.
That's why they keep saying all these states that's in limbo is too close to call because you still got ballots. And not to mention the fact you got to remember the early voting was at an all-time high this year everywhere. Mm-hmm. So
you know why, don't you? You know why it was mail-in voting set up like that.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Okay.
Why? Because I know you're gonna say it's the Democrats.
You ready to get me? Because they the reason. Okay, they wanted the country shut down. They wanted it. They didn't want us to go into the polls. They wanted to do mail-in so they can manipulate it. That's what they did.
How are they gonna manipulate?
They throwing shit in the garbage.
Here you go with
I got the video of it.
How you know?
I got the
How you know that person was just dumping mail? Because mail carriers do it all the time. They dump mail.
They got fired. Okay, and
they dump mail.
The one black dude setting the ballot box on fire. You see that one?
So like that. Okay, so that's sabotaging Trump. That ain't sabotaging Trump.
How about the lady that said her and her son? She's a Republican. Her son's a Democrat. They sent the mailed-in ballots to her. No one supposed to know who you are based on that. But on the back, because her son's a Democrat, they had a D on there, and she's a Republican, they had an R on it. That's how they know. She did it. I gotta find that video. I'm gonna put that up on YouTube. She said she flipped it over, there's a bunch of numbers, and next to those numbers there's a D or an R. And the mail carriers know that, and so does everybody else that handles that shit in the election office. They know. They'll flip the bitch over and say, deep Democrat. Bow. Republican, bow.
But if it's in the envelope, they're not supposed to see it anyway until it
It's
gets to
on the
poll.
back of the envelope.
It's not supposed to be.
It is.
That's
She
not,
exposed it and put it up. Do you know they blocked that shit when I tried to put it
so
up
that
on
means
Messenger?
so that means that's been going on for years. Then that's not the first time. That's not the
She
first
said
time.
she never saw that before.
And this is a Republican saying that, right?
This is a woman that said she
A
voted
woman
Republican,
Republican, right?
and she flipped her
Exactly.
over. She flipped
My
hers
point-
over and
my point-
flipped his over.
My
She
point-
put them
Yeah, I
both
saw that
side by
video.
side.
I saw that video.
So she said she never saw that before.
I saw that video. Of course they gonna say that. Because everybody wants to think
Why would she have a problem with it now then?
the same reason why y'all think that.
This was
Everybody-
before the voters thing. This
the
was
same
way
reason
before
why
this.
y'all think
That came out
the
months ago.
Democrats are trying to cheat.
But
to get
that,
Trump
but that
out.
came out months ago. This just
Uh-huh.
now started happening. We didn't know it was going to be this voter thing. That came
So
out
how come
months
she's the
ago.
only one that's saying this? Ain't nobody else said this.
Everything gets blocked. Every time I put up shit, it gets
Ain't
blocked.
nobody else saying this. Everybody else who did
Tina Marie, they blocked all her shit. She sends out on Messenger. When it comes to me, it shows it's blocked. It
But
goes
what
to
I'm
other
saying
people.
is,
Everybody says
how come
they
she's
block
the
her
only
shit
one?
too.
Ain't nobody else.
They
no
block
one
my
else.
shit. They block her shit. And they probably blocking everybody else who does the same thing.
Right.
If it were just me, it'd just be me. But I know other people that put out shit on Messenger, information that gets blocked. It gets blocked.
Honestly.
They just blocked her shit today. She sent to me. That was interesting. They blocked it. And I texted back and said they blocked it. I can't see it. She said it was good.
You gotta have the facts behind it.
No, anybody know about no facts. You just don't want the facts to come out.
You can't prove. You can't put up proof about. You can't put up facts if you like. I mean, that's always your saying right there. I got facts. You gotta have proof behind it.
If the proof cannot get to you because they block it, then
But the
how
video
can I
doesn't
prove
mean
it?
that's the proof. The video doesn't mean because that woman could be making up anything. She could have made up anything.
She did what? So, in other words, she made up that mail-in ballot envelope.
Why is it not impossible? It's not impossible to do stuff like that. Come on, man. It ain't impossible to do stuff like that, man. Yeah, we got computers. We got equipment that can make fake IDs. To make them look like the real ones.
Okay, moving right along.
See, man, I mean, come on, man.
Moving right
You
along.
supposed to be a
According to Merriam-Webster, 1. Forward on move along.
What the
2.
No, I ain't
from one
talking to you,
another word was
Google.
Passed along. 3A. In company.
Ain't
As
nobody
a
talking to
companion
Google.
brought his wife
Oh, that's
along.
this bitch over
Often
here.
used with what?
Shut up. We ain't talking to you, Google. Google got to start running her damn mouth. Because there's certain things I don't want to waste my time talking to you about it. Because it's just a waste of time.
I just see both sides,
It's just a
man.
waste of time, man. Because you always gonna find a
No,
random
because you want me to agree to the fact that.
No, I'm not saying
mean,
agree. I'm just trying to get you to hear and understand.
I hear what you're saying, but
You
it's
know,
like I always
this
say,
lady,
it's two
okay,
sides.
how about the one lady? Okay, it was an old lady and a black guy came on. They had a press conference. They both came on and said on camera, that lady does a mail-in ballot. The old lady. She went to go take her shit to the voting booth, and they said she was already counted. She said, "Now what kind of bullshit is that? I haven't even turned my shit in yet." They said she was already counted.
That's what she said.
She said it on national TV, standing right there. The black dude stepped up and said, "They wouldn't let me in."
Okay. I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, I get it. I'm not going to. If that's, I mean,
Why do American citizens have to go through this to vote?
I mean, hell, black folks went through that in Florida doing the. Matter of fact, doing the Trump and Clinton election.
So
black folks was turned away from voting.
So they can't be lying about this one too, then, right?
What about that one? I can see. That one I can understand. That one I will see.
There you go. There you go.
But
I'm just saying, there you go. Hold on, before I go to questions and answers, this motherfucker here get on my nerve. And I want to see if he going to say something. Because he always likes to text me, call me, talk shit. And I'm like, I'm at work. Do it when I'm on my show. Don't do that shit when I'm at work because I can't do nothing at work. Call in on my show. I don't want to call in the show. I don't want to give you no ratings. Why not?
Hey, Stan.
What you doing?
On the phone, what's going on?
I'm on my show, the Saxman Russaw show. I wanted to call you and ask you something.
Oh, give me a minute. I have to call right back in. I'm on the other line.
You got the number, motherfucker.
All right.
Bye. He lying. That nigga ain't no phone. He know the number, so you know I'm calling him. He probably don't want to talk. So until he calls in, we're gonna go to this part of the show where we do the questions and answers. Cause I gotta get out of here in a little while, so we're gonna do an hour show. I know Maurice drove all the way here from Austin, Texas, just to sit in the studio with me. Very few people see the Christian stuff. Okay, I post. This thing is screwing up. I post fairly often. Man, I can't. I need my glasses. God damn.
What, you can't read?
I can't see the guy. I can't see this shit.
Very few people see the Christian
There
stuff
it is. Okay.
I post fairly often. Their algorithms put Christian
stuff on the bottom of all the.
2 thumbs up.
Now I can see better now. Only 1 or 2 thumbs up or comments, even though I have. Got to see more. Where'd you stop at?
You need to get some better glasses.
I do. I need them.
you need the
like the Christian, I don't know. Okay.
The reading glasses you buy in Walgreens don't work.
That's what these are.
You need the real glasses. Go to the eye shop and get them.
That's what these are. These are
You gotta get the glasses.
These are the $2-3 reading glasses.